Hello students, we are starting with the next topic of our unit 4, that is Introduction to IT. In this particular video lecture, we will be covering the advantages of using IT in business, the recent developments in IT and the impact of IT. So, you know what is IT is? IT has become the part of everyone's day-to-day life, whether you are checking your balance, you are transferring some amount, you are using the mobile apps, you are ordering a food, you are using GPS, everywhere IT is there, right? Every company, they are using some sort of computer systems, either they are using mainframes, they are using database, you are using cloud. In fact, we are also using cloud to maintain the backup of our photographs, our data, right? So IT has maximized our productivity, it has helped the businesses to grow in a better manner. So basically the computer technology, the IT, they are omnipresent in every business. Apart from this, they have offered us certain advantages, like it has provided us a faster and better communication, either using emails, the voice over internet protocols, the video conferencing, we are using Zoom for the live classes, and electronic storage. You can store your data, you can protect your data, you are using Gmail drives. So IT is basically incorporated in every organization. Every organization is using IT. So what are the advantages? Let's discuss the advantages of IT in business. First, as we have just discussed, is communication. Communication, you know, is very essential for every business activity. Either you want to communicate with your stakeholders, you want to communicate with your suppliers, your customers. Everywhere communication is at most. Until unless you will not communicate, you won't be able to grow your business, right? So email is one of the communication method that is a faster and a very cheaper way of communication. You can communicate using emails, so it has become the cheapest way of communication. Apart from this, we have certain communication tools, like we have the chat servers, we are using WhatsApp, we are sharing videos on WhatsApp, we are having online meetings, we are having the Zoom classes, Google Duo, and many more online and video conferencing apps. Apart from this, we are having the VoIP, that is the voice over internet protocol. So all these ways have emerged in the area of communication due to the IT. Then we are having the inventory management. Inventory is basically, you can say, the count of stock for any organization. Inventory management or the stock management is a very important activity for any business organization. So inventory systems, they play a very important role. Suppose I want to order some item, if the company is not maintaining their inventory properly, they won't be able to display me that how many count of items are available with them. So you know that inventory systems are very important. The inventory systems will immediately put they are having an inbuilt alarm, or you can say a trigger, so that when the count of a certain item goes below some certain quantity level, immediately the you can say the production department can be informed, so that they can produce more units of that particular product. So inventory systems, they are very important. Apart from this, inventory along with the POS is helping the organizations to maintain their stock in a better manner. What is POS is? POS is basically point of sale. You have seen, you are paying whenever you order, whenever you purchase any item in the malls or any other shopping outlets, you can see the moment the bill is generated, the corresponding count of that item is immediately updated at runtime in the organization, right? In the inventory is immediately updated after every sale using the POS. So POS is also due to IT in the field of inventory management. Next we are having is the data management. Data for any organization, you can say, is the biggest resource. Data, earlier we used to store the data in the form of files. We need large rooms, we need huge rooms to store the documents, and then we need to we need to communicate these documents, these data to the courier services. But now we can digitally store all the data, all the documents we can store digitally in the form of soft copy in our systems, and we can share it on emails, and we can access those documents irrespective of the geographical location we are, right? Suppose if I want to access some of my documents and I have stored those documents on my Gmail drive, then I can access those documents irrespective of time and location anytime, right? So this is the advantage of you can say using IT in the area of data management. IT has helps us to manage our data in a more better manner. We can access our data in a more better and economic manner. Next is the MIS. MIS, we have studied a lot about MIS. MIS is basically the management information system. It's a software that enable the companies to process their data, to record the data, to track their sales, to track their production activities. So obviously if everything is automated, if everything is computerized, it is better to it helps to attain more efficiency. We can track our profits and losses. We can keep a record of all our investments. So everything, where every area wherever IT is involved, we can increase our productivity. We can do our all tasks in a more efficient manner. So MIS is helping you to process your data, to store your information, to present your information in a more better manner. Now next is the customer relationship management. The best example whenever you start thinking about customer relationship management is, I guess, is the customer care service, right? You know, customer care, you can call them anytime, and whenever you call them, they are having the complete history of all your transactions that you have performed with them, all the history of the orders that you have placed them with them. So this is customer relationship management. The role of IT in customer relationship management is giving a better experience to the customers. They can get more better services from the company, because company is storing their whole data, their whole history of they are tracking their records, they are tracking their orders. So they are maintaining the customer base for each of their customer, and it helps the companies, the organizations to understand their customers, the needs of their customer in a more better manner, and provide them services in a more better manner, right? So this is what the customer relationship management is. One more example I will definitely want to give you is the companies today, they are very smart. They know what their customers like to purchase. So seasonally they provide discounts on the certain products. After understanding the requirements of their customers, they are running such campaigns so that they can attract the customers. So in short, IT is helping the organizations to serve their customers, to maintain their relationship with their customers in a more better manner. Next is the storing and protecting of information. Obviously because of the IT in this sector, it is helping to store and protect your information is a more better manner. You can apply various passwords on your data that you have stored, because confidentiality and the security of data is very important to maintain the integrity of any business, right? So storage systems, the IT has provided you to store your data. You can protect your data, you can apply the passwords on your data, right? So although IT, you can say, is somehow making it more probable to get the data hacked, but still if you use it wisely, it can help. It can protect your data from the hackers, and it can protect your data from the malicious attacks. So it is more better to store the data, the passwords, the confidential data using the using the IT, right? Next is the automated process. Automated process, as the name suggests, is that we have automated everything, starting from the starting from the all the transactions, the day-to-day activities at the lowest level of management, then at the middle level of management. Every reports, you need not to make the reports manually. You just enter your data, you just post your queries, and the reports and all the graphical displays will be generated automatically. So we have automated every process, which has increased the employee efficiency and has improved the organization productivity, because everything, whether it is we are tracking our data, we are monitoring some reports, we are generating some reports, everything is done by the computer, right? So it is helping, it is less expensive, and so it is helping in helping the organization to organize and process their data in a more better manner. And the biggest advantage that I feel is the work remotely. Yes, you can access your data from anywhere, anytime. This is what we people are doing right now, that is work from home. You can work remotely using the IT, all because of the IT. From any far location you can access your data and you can continue doing your work, which irrespective of the time zones, and it is obviously helping us in the globalization of our business, right? So these are the various advantages of using IT in the businesses, in the various activities of businesses. Next is the recent development, all what developments are there in the IT sector. IT has developed over the past few decades a lot. Initially we were having those keypad mobile phones. Now we have moved to touch screen phones. We are having the operating systems with great features. You are having lots and lots of mobile apps. Everything you can do on your mobile apps. You need not to go there, whether it is paying any electricity bill, any type of bill, ordering the food, ordering the clothes, anything. You want to store your data, you want to save your photographs, everything you can do on your phones, right? You can do on your IT devices. So the various developments in the IT sector are, let's discuss one by one. First and the most important I feel is the cloud computing. Cloud computing is basically we are having a centralized location where you can store all your data. You need not to purchase the servers, you need not to purchase the hardware and the software. What you have to do is, it works on the principle of pay as you go. What it means is you just have to pay for what you are using, right? This is what cloud computing is. That cloud is a centralized location where everyone is putting their data and you can access data from the cloud according to your requirement. Basically the internet has allowed us to use the cloud. We are having the Microsoft cloud, Microsoft Azure. We are having the cloud by Google, by Amazon. Various companies, they are having their own clouds. Now basically you can say the cloud is providing three types of broad services, that is infrastructure as service, platform as service, and software as service. Infrastructure as service, it means you are using the infrastructure available on the cloud. The best example I feel is Google Drive, right? You need not to purchase the storage. After some quantity obviously you have to, but still some free storage is available. You need not to purchase this. You just have to pay the internet charges and then you can use that infrastructure, that storage of available on the cloud to store your data, right? That is infrastructure as a service. It means you are using the infrastructure of the cloud as a service. Next we are having the platform as a service. Platform as a service, you can say, if you might have used sometimes might have worked on HTML, you can run your HTML codes directly on the internet, on the browser. It means platform means any platform means, you can say, any platform is a area, you can say, where you can run your code. So HTML, if you have worked with HTML, so HTML you can run the directly, and various other programming languages, various other compilers and interpreters are available where you can directly run your code. You need not to install that particular software to work on any particular programming language. You can directly work on the platforms provided by the cloud. You can directly go there, you can access the platform given on the cloud, you can directly run your code in any programming language, right? Next is the software as a service. Software as a service is, I can give an example. You can merge your PDFs online, you can split your PDFs online, you can edit images online, you can edit your videos and audios online. That is what software as service. What you have to pay is, you just have to pay the internet charge, nothing else. So it means all these services, they are available on the cloud. You are using the infrastructure available on the cloud, you are using the platform available on the cloud, you are using the softwares available on the cloud, and you are not paying for anything. You are just paying the internet charge to use it. This is what cloud computing is. Now, what are the benefits of using cloud computing is that reduction of IT infrastructure cost of the organization, because it is not possible to afford every type of hardware by every organization. The cloud has provided you the advantage to use the infrastructure available on the cloud. You need not to purchase your own infrastructure, so it has definitely reduced the cost